Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I am going to be doing the time of day book tag. The original creator of this video is Christoria2027, and I was tagged by Dingbat Dollface. So I will link both of them down below, but I'm going to be reading the questions from my phone, so yes, let's get started. Question number 1 is Time to Wake Up, a book that opened your eyes to a genre you didn't previously read. For this, I am picking Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. This was actually the first ever new adult book that I had read. Unknowingly to me, I had gone into it thinking it was less than a new adult. I should have known that from the back, but at the time I didn't know what a new adult genre was. I just thought this was like a little bit more than a YA but less than a new adult. But this was definitely the first new adult that I ever read, and I'm so glad that I did read it because now I've read a couple Colleen Hoover books, and I read Dare by Ali Juliet Musso, and I'm waiting for the second book in that series to come out. So this definitely kickstarted my love for new adult. Question number 2 is No Time for Breakfast, a book that has been sitting on your shelf for ages. For this, I am choosing Immortal Beloved by Kate Tiernan because this has sat on my shelf for a good 2 years and I haven't read it yet. It's on my TBR shelf. It's definitely sat on my shelf for a while, but I do plan on getting around to it sometime. Oh! No! Oh, my phone went flying and the book went flying and my hip hurts because I hit it off of something. But question number 3 is Time to Travel to Work, a book you read whilst traveling. By the way, no phone and book were harmed in the making of this. The book that I'm picking for question 3, which just went flying and nearly gave me a heart attack because I was like, don't wreck the book, was Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. I read this on the way to Cape Breton and finished it in Cape Breton, but I started this the day we left and I finished it like the day we got there, which took 2 days to get there, so it took me 2 days to read. It was my #1 pick for 2014. I love it. I'm waiting for the sequel. I'm praying so hard to get an art copy of the second book. I'm really hoping to get an art copy of the second book because I need it in my life like now. I can't wait until October for it. So, yes. Question number 4 is You've Had a Hard Time at Work, a book you struggled to get through. If you are new to my channel, you won't know the struggles I had with this book, but if you're not new, then you know how many issues I had with this book and how many times I wanted to put it down and just give up on it, and I had so many issues with the point of views changing, everything about this book. I'm not going into the sequel, and eventually I will probably unhaul this book because I'm never going to read it again. I had too many issues with it. By the way, this is Half Bad by Sally Green. I should have mentioned that when I held it up, but I didn't. But it's Half Bad by Sally Green. I'm trying to branch out of my comfort zone of the normal books that I pick for question answers when doing tags, but the next question is question 5, Lunchtime, a quick and easy read. For this, I am going to mess up my white balance because every time I hold up this greenish tealy color, it messes up the white balance. A quick, easy read for me was Zack and Mia by A.J. Betts. Now, see, there goes my white balance. I can see it. It's gone. I'm like pink. This book I got finished in under 3 hours, and it was it went by a lot faster than I thought it would. There's only 308 pages, and I thought it was going to be like, I'll start it tonight and finish it tomorrow sort of deal, but no, I finished it in under 3 hours, and it was so good, and it was so cute, and I really liked it. I want to look for more of her writing, but I'm not sure. Her previous, should have just looked at the back. Her previous novels include Shutter Speed and Wavelength. Question number 6 is Time for Your Performance Review, a book you bought because of a review you watched/read. Anna and the French Kiss, Stephanie Perkins. No doubt in my mind. When I first came onto BookTube, everybody was talking about this. Everybody was reviewing this, and they were reviewing Lola, and I had to get my hands on it, had to know what everybody was raving about, and I'm so glad that I followed this hype because I absolutely love this entire series. Question number 7 is Time to Travel Home, a book that follows a character on some kind of journey. For this, I chose Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. This is obviously a traveling book. They go on a road trip from California to Connecticut, and it's basically their entire trip. And yes, cute, fluffy romance and adventures happens, and I liked it a lot. So question number 8 is Dinner Time and Conversation, a book you don't hear people talk about much but you loved. For this, I'm choosing one that I've never even heard of on BookTube, but I found it at Walmart like 2 years ago and fell in love with it, and that is Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. This is her and her daughter's book, and it's about a girl who falls in love with a magical character in her favorite childhood book, and the book that, like, she could talk to the characters and she falls in love with him and they try to find a way to be together, and it's just so cute, and there's illustrations and everything, and I absolutely love it, but I've never heard anything on BookTube. But I found out there's a sequel coming out this year and I'm kind of dying for it. Question number 9, time to zone out in front of your TV. Your favorite book that has been turned into a movie or TV show. I was gonna say Tiffios for this, but the movie is coming out on DVD on the 8th and I'm kind of dying. I'm not even gonna say the name because as soon as you see the cover, you're gonna know what it is. You ready? Yes. Question number 10 is Bedtime, the book that is currently on your nightstand. Well, my nightstand is right here, so just give me a second, I'll pick it up. The book that is currently on my nightstand, which is actually currently in my hand, but it currently was on my nightstand, is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I feel like so many people should be proud of me for having this book, but it's not my copy. It is a friend's copy that I'm borrowing because me and my cousin and her friend, who is now my friend, did a big book exchange, although she didn't take any of my books, but my cousin took some of her books, and yes. But I asked if I could borrow this so that I could get up on this and read it and possibly fall in love with the series as much as Sasha and Tasha and everybody else does. So, yes, this is the book that's currently sitting on my nightstand but has not been read yet.
And question number 11 is Nighttime, a book that you couldn't put down because you stayed up so way too late.
Let me try reading that again. And question number 11 is Nighttime, a book you couldn't put down so you stayed up way too late reading. I'm going to be completely honest and say that a book that I stayed up way too late reading is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, which is Zoella. There was a lot of controversy that went around with this book. And my review, the very first ever review that I did for this book, which will be linked down below and on the little eye thingy above my head, the very first review I did of this has like 18,000 watches on it, which is insane. It was a good review. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and honestly, I don't give 2 shits about whether it was ghostwritten or not. Despite that, I still liked the book, whoever wrote it. And I stayed up all night reading this. It's not really a small book, but it's not really a big book either. It's kind of one of those medium-length books. And being a medium-length book, I thought, I'll start it, and then I'll read the rest of it tomorrow. No, I spent like 6 hours reading this, started reading it at midnight, finished it at 6 a.m., and I had to be on a bus to come back home from Toronto at like 10. So I had like less than 4 hours sleep. It was not fun, but it was well worth it because I actually really enjoyed this book. Now I'm going to tag a few people. I'm going to tag Gwen, Mads, Whitney, Lauren, the girls at Let's Talk Books, and a few other people down below, so check and see if I tagged you. I'll end up tagging you on Twitter so that you know, but check and see if I tagged you anyways. So that is it for this video, you guys. This is the last video that you will be seeing in this shirt. And it will probably be the last video that I put up before I go camping with my dad on the 13th, and I won't be back until the 19th, so any videos after that will mean that I'm back from camping. So hopefully these past 4 videos that I did will make up for my lack of posting videos, but I think I'm going to film a couple tags or something of the sort out while I'm camping, because I'm going to take my camera and my tripod because nature shots. I'm going to have a whole bunch of nature shots, so maybe I'll just do like a montage of all the pictures that I do or something. Let me know if you guys want something like that. It'll be like a document my life for an entire week, just me filming stuff. Yeah. But with that awkwardness out of the way, I figure I should wrap this up before I babble on anymore. So with that, I will see you guys in my next video after I'm back from camping. Bye!